All right, y'all. I think I am live. I'm not sure, but what is up, everyone? I have to make sure my chat's open. It's been a while. It's been a while. Always feels weird to go live. Oh man, here's my chat. I don't even know how to dismantle that thing. And it says here, warning, I got bad resolution, which is not optimal. Please check the current resolution. Open. I ain't messing with that. Let me know if you guys can see me, hear me, give me the test. Write something in chat so I could see it, and then I could kind of move on to bigger and better things. Like I said, it's Saturday. It's 12:02, 5:29. I scheduled the chat. I hope that helped out. I know I had one person that wanted me to schedule. He says, I always miss it, so I'm sorry I forgot your name. But you're saying I always miss it. Well, I tried to schedule, and I know it's only 30 minutes in advance. Oh, man. She says I'm frozen. Okay, she says I'm live. Good deal, good deal. That's my monitor. That's Babes. That's Jewelry Box. She should be in the comments. If you hear me, type something in the comments so I can know that's working as well. Weekend. Something in the comments. So I'm doing some live Facebook Messenger. I had a comment that, so if you was watching, I did a video on GameStop. GameStop's been hot. I can't trade it. Too much volatility for me. All right, but I hope you guys make. I just don't know. I don't know. I would love to get into options on it, but they made severely, I should say, overpriced. Even if I did a spread, the bid ask spreads are wide. I just don't know. I mean, you definitely need to. When you put on a trade, it needs to definitely go your way. Otherwise, if it goes sideways the other way, I mean, if you even get in to say, I'll decide, get nervous and get out, you're going to lose on that bid-ask spread, you know, so slippage. And I don't want to do any of that. So it's nice watching. I honestly do see, no, she says she left a comment. I don't see him. All right, I got to do something else here. Why don't I see the comments? There's a little comment thing right here. Let me try to open this up maybe. No? Shoot. Sorry I'm boring you guys, but how am I going to talk to y'all with no comments? Oh, there they are. Damn, I did something. All right, so I got Jamal. Throw my glasses. I got Jamal in here, the Jewelry Box, trading with Mr. JRH. You said, what's up? Why are you losing? So you saw that tweet? I don't know, man. I talked about AMC, and be honest, what is it? What did I talk? GME. I did it for subs. I did it for, like, you know, this is what's hot. I'm going to talk about it. And that's kind of why I talk about a lot of the same stocks. And I'll get away from that once I build up my subs. But I'm under 1,000, you know. You guys rock with me pretty hard. So I'm like, how many do I got? 388. Right now I got 388. So that's pretty low, man. I got 300, almost 400 videos doing this. I almost got a video per sub. It's like ridiculous, you know. So I don't get no love over here, but I do it because I like to do it. Anyway, thank you. But it's kind of weird. When I was doing trucking, I did camera. That's why I switched to this channel, right? I wanted to be all stocks. So I was doing the trucking, I was doing the photography, trucking, then stocks, and then my best videos was always cameras and trucking, and I noticed in the analytics that my stock videos. This seems weird. That I don't wear glasses. I just need them to read. That my stock videos weren't getting love. Everything in the analytics was just trucking, photography, and I noticed that it was just weird. I just had to switch. I was like, I got to get off of it. The YouTube thinks I'm a trucking channel. I don't do that anymore. So I got over here, and it's working. It's just slow. It's just slow to work, real slow. Because I see other people that do the same thing that just started that have lots of success, you know. And I'm like, what are they doing that's special? They're pretty boring. You know, I'm pretty hot over here. Not only am I right, I got a sense of humor. I don't know. Maybe I'm an old dude. I know YouTube is for young kids and whatnot. I don't know. Is it because I'm black? Talking about, I think about that aspect. I don't know, but I ain't popping like that. But I appreciate everyone here that is kind of rocking with me. So what was I getting at? I was talking about YouTube, or forgot. The hell was that? Oh yeah. So I did the GME video, and now it's my honest opinion. I actually do think it's going higher. The moving average, everything is just pointing higher. I know it's crazy. I think it should go down there damn near zero, somewhere around. Should be under 20. And these guys are probably about to dump. Yeah, I think they're talking about dumping another 500 million shares on you guys. Oh, that's AMC, but GME, be prepared for maybe they waiting. I don't know, but I don't know. I dropped the video, and then next thing you know, I lost 4 subs almost within like 2 hours, and I was like weird because I haven't lost subs in a while. I was constantly, but it's been a while since I lost any subs where people unsubscribe, and it could be happening because if I get a subscriber and an unsubscriber, it'll show 0, and then I won't really necessarily see it. But I opened up the app and I was like, damn, I got 392. Okay, all right, because I had just 386, I think. And then I opened up the app maybe an hour or two later. I was like, 388? Huh? Okay, 380. Damn, what did I do different? Well, I did an AMC video. I mean, a GME video. Guess you guys don't like it. I don't know. Maybe, maybe they subscribed to me for one point. Now they think I'm a meme guy. I don't know. I don't really even talk about it. No, you guys. I only talk about the real stocks. If you notice, I only talk about stocks that are over like $100. I don't even talk about $50 stocks. I don't talk about $20 stocks. Like the stocks I talk about generally are over $100 and maybe even $1,000. And that's kind of my thing. They're very hard to manipulate. And they're I just like them. The options on them are lovely. If you trade options, you get good premiums on these stocks. Now, of course, like say if Amazon's selling at 2,200, I mean, you could probably sell the 1,900, 1880 spread and get a decent price for it. But even though Amazon being that price, it can move down there. But I don't know. The options are just juicy, so that's why I kind of stay there. You say you complicated the put on the glasses. You said you've complicated the masses for understanding credit debit spreads. I kind of don't get you with that one. Like, I don't. If you notice, I don't even talk about that anymore. Right? I talk about. I've just been doing stock charts. If you notice, those have been the last I've been doing. Like, let me pick a stock that I'm doing or what maybe people is into, and I'll just go ahead and talk about it. I'll do a quick technical analyst video. And I like doing those. That's why I like, these are pretty easy. I like it. I got some beef, or I'm going to call it beef, some shit. Okay? In one of the comments, the guy's like, oh man, you fake, you ain't, and I haven't even gotten that in a long time. It's like, oh, you just drawing some lines on a chart. You probably don't even know how to trade. You probably got no money and blah, 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 blah. And, it is what it is. I kind of went back and forth with him a little bit. And I'm like, this is what works. What works. It's probably why you guys follow me now, follow me. Really just keep it simple. I try to just keep it real simple. I tried everything. None of that shit works. That's why if you go, let me go to, let's pull up some of the charts to see if I can get myself off screen. I don't even know. Can't even see what I'm doing here. All right, there we go. I think you guys should see my screen now. I can't see the comments, so go ahead and comment, and I'll get back to them, okay? I'm going to answer everyone's questions or whatever, but just comment, and I'll get that. I can't see them right now. All right, so if you come to the studies here, and this is how you add all that, I'm trying to think of that looking, the crystal ball, okay? This is all the crystal balls. And I go to all studies. Look at all of the studies you're going to have. A to B, here's B to C, right? All of these different studies on the chart. All of these is going to give you the magic The secret sauce. That's right. That's my word, right? The secret sauce, the crystal ball to let you know what is going to happen with your stock, right? You can add all of this stuff. You can put stuff on the upper half. You can put it on the lower half. It's thousands. I mean, this is money right here just by people selling you a study. Oh, here's the study. This is the one that's going to make it. Look at this one, the Rocket RSI. Not just the RSI. I kind of lost it. Here we go. Not just the RSI, but the Rocket RSI. Wow, man, that's really, I really need that on my charts. I need the Rocket RSI, and that's going to help me trade a lot better. Swami Predict. That's a good one. The Swami Predict. Did you guys ever traded with the Swami Predict? Are you, whoa. I think I can put me there. There we go. So y'all can see some of my facial reactions, man. This is good stuff. Come back to the studies again. Let's go to that S. Where's that Swami? There's got the Swami market mode, the Swami intraday volume. This guy's, this is nice. Swami volatility. So he's got his own little thing, the Swami stuff going on. Yeah, this is just unreal. So when I found out, I used to run a shitload of studies, man, and a lot of people run the MACD, the RSI, maybe the CCI, what's that one, the ATR, average range. You can see that just at the top of the chart right here. A lot of the ones that work better than others. I mean, those are the basics. That's why people run those, because those work the best. And I got one. I use the slow stochastic, and y'all see how I use it. I don't really use it, but it's almost like that confirmation that's telling me, yes, I need to get in the trade. This is really kind of confirming here. Or if I'm thinking about buying and it's like way pegged to the top, I'm like, oh, maybe it might come down. Maybe I could be too a little early. So anyway, but once I found out how to just get rid of all that stuff, it came a lot. I just started being right about stuff, right? I just started drawing trend lines and trend line breaking. Like, look at right here. What am I? I got the AMC up. One of you guys, was it James, that wanted me to do an AMC video? And I'll drop one. We could talk about it now. I'll drop one maybe tomorrow. I'll probably drop it today and release it tomorrow. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Something like that. Anyway, so, simple trend line here, right? It was trending up, and you see the break. And once it broke here, look, it didn't do shit. If you got out on this break right here, just by drawing this simple trend line, look, you saved yourself a lot of money. You did. Now, you could have came over here. Okay, so now, when do I get back in? Well, you could have maybe drew this. If you notice lately, my lines. Yeah, let me get rid of all this stuff, man. You could have did something like this and then said, look at that break and trend line. Look at the volume. So the reason why I think it's broke like this and you got the volume coming in, because everyone had the same chart up probably and was like, whoa, we broke out. Could have got in right there. And then look at the money you would have made. Right? So see, that's simple. It's just a line. I didn't look at anything really down here. I don't need to. So these work. Trend lines, man. They work. When I first was doing charting and stuff like that, I was like, it can't be that simple. Because I remember I was following somebody and they drawing all these. I'm like, come on, man, I need some stuff, man. Look at all these charts. I mean, these what did he call those things? These studies. I gotta throw some studies. I had like 4 or 5 studies on there. My chart was like this big because I had all these studies down below. And of course, these guys are starting to mow the lawn. Unbelievable. So I hope you guys don't hear the lawn mowing. I wanted to start the video after that, but they didn't come mow the lawn. Anyway, so now I lost my concentration. Yeah, so once I realized to pull it all off, and I just showed you really quick how you could have traded AMC with just drawing some lines. Just try to figure out how to connect points. The more points you can connect, the more confirmation that the more solid that trend line you just drew was, right? You need at least 2 to connect, right? 1 and 2. But if you can get 3, you can get 4, you can get 5. The more that it hits, that you can connect points, the more solid, the more truth that line is. And when it breaks, get ready. A lot of times you have pullbacks to the line. So, it's not 100%, but it's not better than any of those swami things going on there. Let me go check out, see if I can pull up these comments. Give me a minute. Let's do some reading. You say, you are complicated. Okay, yeah. I think you're great. Babes thinks I'm great. Get a Robinhood account and start holding meme stocks. You'll have 100. You. I know, but I can't do that. I know. You said I have 100,000 stuff. So yeah, look at my Robinhood account. I got the AMC. I just bought some Hertz, and I'm gonna buy some GameStop. I just bought the 3,000. The $500 option for $3,000. It expires in a couple of weeks. Look how much money I got now. And I'm not making fun of anyone in particular, but I see these videos and I see these guys. Yeah, okay. And next week, the weed stocks is getting ready to pop, so I'm getting ready to get some. I'm trying to think of a weed stock. Some Canopy growth. Yeah, I'm getting some Canopy and some Tilray. And I'm going to hold on to them forever. Yeah, there we go. Check me out next week where we'll talk about some new movie theaters that's going to be opening for AMC. It should be hot. AMC is coming back. Okay. I totally get it, Mr. JRH. Oh, man. Shoot. James, you said you think this channel is the best. Keep secret for learning technical analysts. Best kept secret. Thank you, James. And the reason why I'm stuttering, I'm looking at a laptop. I wish I could turn the thing. Y'all know laptop screens. I can't really pull it forward because I got a lot of wires hung to it. So I wonder if I could do it on my phone. Give me a minute, y'all. This would be dope if I could bring up these comments on the phone. Go to the video I'm doing now. There it is. Says I got, is that it? It's got 3 of you guys up in here? Shoot. I let me see. Babes, JRH, and James. Guess so. Jamal. I'm sorry. I'm calling you James. Jamal. Anyway, play. Live chat. Doesn't say anything. Live chat messages will appear. Okay, maybe live chat replay. Maybe I don't know. I'll keep it up on my phone, but ain't nothing pop. Can somebody say something? I can't even type. Cancel. All right, I'm gonna have to stick to this, man. I don't know if this is working. The live chat. Matter of fact, my video just stopped. Am I even live? Wait a minute. Shit. Hold on, y'all. I don't even know if I'm live anymore. It says streamed 18 minutes ago? Yeah, maybe I can't mess with that. Somebody tell me if I'm live or not. Let me go. No joke. You said you're thinking about turning Mr. RH account into a options crypto channel and do my real trading on YouTube and TD Ameritrade. Cool deal. By the way, I was gonna do a crypto video because I'm totally getting destroyed. Babe says I'm live. She said it's my phone. I'm totally getting destroyed. Mr. Exclamation, if you listen to this, I'm in, man. I jumped in. I jumped in with a substantial amount, and I'm getting destroyed. So I'm gonna do a video on that. I won't that's the teaser. That's the teaser. Anyway, and I just got in 2 days ago. I thought we was dipping. What's today? Today Saturday. Uh, Maybe it was, yeah, Thursday, Friday morning. Yeah, I'm already getting destroyed. I think it was Friday morning. His eyes aren't the greatest. Off YouTube, babe, babe, you're alive. James said, oh, yeah. Dang, I want to pull that up over here. All right, so let's talk about some of the sectors. I haven't even looked at any of the sectors going on. Keep commenting, guys. I'm gonna have to come back to them. All right, so we're gonna just kind of go regular. Let me get my screen set up here. All right, so there we go. Drop myself in the corner. Let's pull up some of the sectors. I haven't looked. I haven't done this in a while, so I don't know what they look like. All right, so we're gonna do it together. This is how you kind of know what's going on. Looking at the drugs, right? This is the Pharmaceutical Index. Looks good. It could be a pullback, right? It could be a pullback. I mean, it's sitting at its high, little pullback last week, but it's in an uptrend. I mean, that's it. Look at it. Gosh, I'm telling you, man. I just clear all this stuff out. I haven't looked at this in a while. See, it's still in the uptrend. Sometimes we have these breaks, and these breaks, man, they came right back. Anytime you see, and this is what I saw with Peloton that made me, by the way, I got some put spreads in the Peloton. I have a video where I'm going to show you my portfolio. I tweeted it, but I want to drop that. Probably come out Monday. All right, so, but actually I'm going to record it this weekend. Yeah. Anyway, so, look at that hard, right? A lot of people probably got out. Oh my gosh, it broke the trend line, right? And then look, it came right back. Peloton kind of did the same way. And when you see that, anytime you see a down move that's totally rejected, a hard down move that's like totally rejected and it closes higher the next week, it's all in. It's all in. And then if you got in right there, wish I could have, I wish I had eyes to see everything. Maybe I need to look at more charts. Maybe I need to set alerts because I could get on and tell you these are things and be like, look, man, look at the drugs. It's popping. Anyway, I just have a few stocks in my watch list. And y'all know what they are because I do videos on them. But there's a lot of stocks I could be looking at. Right? So if you would have got in right there just saying, wow, man, that move was rejected. You made 10%. 10%. And me, I'm a buy and hold kind of guy. I probably would have just held on. But that's 10%. And then, okay, got the weekly. Why did I think this was? Anyway, that's 75 days. Same here. Look at that candle, right? It's like a doji / hammer candle. Undecision. But once, here, let's zoom in here. This is the undecided people can't make up their mind. Right? So here's the candle, right? It went up, it went down, it went, and it wound up closing in the middle, right? So undecided. Nobody knows what to do, right? It's a battle. Think of a tug of war, and just kind of no one side is pulling the other side in the water, right? Don't you normally do tug of war over some kind of pond or something, a pool? So, all right, there's no decision. But when that candle, that's a huge candle to look at because when that candle gets broken, now you got decision, right? You got like, okay, man, they beat the tug of war. And then here was a little fake out. So I probably would have got in here, possibly somewhere. And I'm like, oh, my trade sucks. But then look what happened, right? So up another 8% in 48 days. But if you just pull back, you could see that everything is just fine. Most likely this is going to pull back to the trend line. I don't really see this thing taking off. Why do I say that? Because that's what it's been doing. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. It just doesn't get too far away from this trend line. So, by the way, it almost looks like it breaks that trend line almost every single time. But that's the trend line, right? That's it right there. Let's look at the drive. I recently added this to my little sectors that I look at, the autonomous EV, because it's hot. I like this over Tesla. I like it over any of those EV. I can't even name them. So let's let this autonomous EV ETF do it for us. All right. So I don't have a position in it. I probably have. I made my own autonomous ETF in my M1 account. And maybe I should show that, Mr. JRH, and say, look at the stuff I'm putting in here. I got $1,000. I'm bringing $1,000 to $100,000. Follow me. If you don't have an M1 account, link in the description below. You get some money, I get some money, and you can watch me bring it to $100,000 or for dividends. All right. Enough of that. Oh my gosh, I'm bad. All right. Yo, for somebody that's been doing this for a while, those videos are frustrating when you see that. Anyway, so consolidation, right? Someone was in the video that we talked about, and I was like, man, forget that stock. Forget this. This is where you want to be, right? If you just want to play the space, because we already know that we love sideways action here, and we're getting it. And you can see my little arrow, just waiting for it. Just be patient. This is even great if you really believe in this space. And this space is, you see what's going on with Ford. Ford's kicking ass. But yo, just before the pops, man, I loaded up on the options, man. I got a good trade. I bought like, I'm just mad. I bought like 17, 12. I always buy spread, right? So I bought 17, 12, 17 spreads that expire in January. Bought the 12s, sold the 17s. I wanted to do the 15s and 20s, but I was only going to get those for $1. It was so priced so well. And I didn't do it. I wanted to be more comfortable with the trade because it's going to work, you know. I trade very cautious because I do trade an IRA account. So I trade my leaps are just cautious. Sometimes I'm afraid to get aggressive, and then sometimes I have little aggressive trades on, but I like to be a little bit less aggressive. Sometimes I'm aggressive. A lot of my aggressive plays, they don't work out as much. And then sometimes when I'm not aggressive, I should have been aggressive. I have to actually work on that, believe it or not. So anyway, this is something that if sideways you can accumulate, right? Just keep buying. You get your little $20 a week or whatever that you could contribute to the market. You could just kind of keep scooping this up. We all know this is where it's going to be. We could look into the future, 30 years from now, 20. It's all going to be about autonomous. It really is. This whole cars are weird. That's really, this whole cars and everything connected to it, to me, that's the next bull market. It's so obvious what's going on, you know, and we're just at a place to where this market's just weird. When soon as everyone decides this, we all want to jump in and bring the prices up to where they should be 10 years from now. So everything is coming with this volatility, and this is what's going to happen 10, 20 years from now. It's not going to happen tomorrow. This is why Kathy Wood's funds is getting destroyed. She says 5 years. I need 5 years on these stocks. And people jump in on it thinking it's happening tomorrow. And then I'm like, oh, it's not. Had they get the earnings come out. Oh, it's not happening tomorrow. Oh, you suck. And they sell it all off. And she's been consistently buying. I think she'll get her mojo back because she's been sticking to the plan, you know. And these are 5-year things. You know, these things take time to develop. So, yeah, it's just something when it goes lower, you can feel comfortable in actually buying it. If you come out to the monthly, right, this thing's been doing nothing. I guess I got all the data. Yeah, it came out April 18th. It's been doing nothing, right, until basically took that dip, just like everything else, the pandemic dip, and just dip. Did I say dip? The pandemic dip, and it's off to the races. And then instead of pulling back like everything did, right? Damn near everything. Look, it's holding on. That's a bullish sign in itself. Not saying it can't pull back, but what can happen is that this sideways trend can kind of keep coming over to here, and then it kind of catches up with this moving average, and now it can pop, right? So expect another leg like this once this gets going again, because this is A leg, and it's in the middle of developing the B leg. And then once it breaks out, you get your C leg, and the C leg is generally the same as the A leg. All right, so that's what we can look forward to with DRIV. I don't know what remember when you're in these ETFs, they do charge you. I know you kind of don't see it. You think you're in and you're out. I don't know how they actually do it, to tell you the truth. I don't know if it's a little bit each day or what, but you are charged. So it's always good to look at the prospectus, and you could just go to probably Global X website, pull up the DRIV, and then see what the annual expense ratio is, and that's how much you're gonna get taxed a year. Well, I call it, it's not a tax, but I'm calling it, how you get taxed. That's how much it's gonna cost you a year to be in that fund. So if it's 1% and you got $100 in there, it's gonna cost you $1. If it's $1,000, you got $1,000 in there and it's 1%, it's gonna cost you $10. Right? $10 per 1,000. All right, so I do that math right now. I don't want to sound like a dummy. Let's see, move it over once. That's did I say $10 on 1,000? No, that's 100. 1% is $100. No, that's 10%. All right, say I was right the first time, man. I think I'm right. When you do these kind of videos, you know how many times I do a video and I watch it myself, and I'd be like, oh shit, I said, and you can catch them because a lot of times I don't even edit it out. I just let it be. Damn, I had some bad math in there. I'd say some dumb shit. But it just is what it is. I don't feel like making a whole nother video because I said something wrong. Generally, I don't have anybody coming to correct me. Hey, it's this, because I'll just tell them, yeah, I know. I just said it wrong, man. You try making a video. It's not that easy. I barely have time. So it's like if I mess up, I just got to keep it moving. All right, so that's the DRIV. Let me look at some of your questions. Keep the comments coming because I can't see them. Now I got to figure out how to pull them back up again. Oh, man. So last man, that's the formula. Oh, look, I think he was talking about exactly that's what YouTube finance has become. Yeah, man, yeah. Yeah. I got my mom's in the Ford. She's calling it her favorite. She's calling me her favorite son. Good deal. Ford, the whole auto industry is in the middle of a drastic change. And if Ford comes, they converting that F-150, the best-selling truck in America. I don't know if it's the world. If that's hot, and they already got that Mustang, which is hot. The Ford has already got, 70,000 pre-sales. They're selling what works. You can't even buy Ford Focuses and things. They don't sell the bull. I don't think they sell all of those Ford Contours, and they ain't doing that no more. They just selling what works. And now GM has more cars to sell. Like, so they're doing the whole thing. Basically, what I'm getting is in the middle of changing from old to new, and it's that's exciting. Basically, everybody's going to be needing to be buying a car soon. For the most part, it's just, and then all the new parts going into these cars and all the stuff. So now you got this chip shortage. I really don't know what the chip shortage is all about. I can't speak on that. I guess, where does it come from? Everybody needing chips, or are they not producing enough chips? I don't really know. I really can't speak on that. But I know they was parking cars. And I live by the Ford plant where they produce Louisville. They do the F-150 over here in some of the cars. We got the truck plant here, and we got the car plant. So you see them parking the cars, man. It's like they can't finish. They need a couple of chips. I don't know. It's weird. But now they said they closing the plants down for a week, months, or whatever. And now they getting ready to start it back up. And so I have a little insight of what they're doing just because this big Ford plant's here. But, I can't understand all that aspect. I just like looking at the charts, and that's why I keep it. But we know that if you think of that, we have 5G, which is almost kind of getting played out. Because some of these 5G stocks are just not working like they should. I think we already ran the price up on those. But, we got 5G, and we got this autonomous thing. And the whole robo, right? I like these robo, but the robot, the whole automation, all of that whole just turning into Terminator 4 type stuff is happening right now. The whole Skynet's being built today. So that's where the excitement's at. And that's why I even think gives justification for the market just going straight up. because it's like that stuff didn't happen before. Now we're really advanced and we're really going there hard, right? We're pressing to this new wave, or the new way life is gonna be. I mean, look how long the old phones were. You know, we got the old phones, the old airplanes. That's still the same. The technology is in the dash, but it's still, things is changing. Soon they're gonna be changing the turbine engine, and I just feel that we're just changing. We're finally getting off gasoline, and we're finally doing automation. You know, where everything is automated. I got the auto robot thing flying around the house vacuuming. You know, I always tell my babe, hey, I'm vacuuming the floors at work. I'll get on the app and I think I'll run the vacuum. You know, anyway, but all that stuff. So this is new. Maybe this is where the chip shortage is coming from, because everyone needs chips to do this, right? So, and they just can't build enough chips. And so you got to, like, I would say AMD and NVIDIA, right? They, what's the other one? Intel's, Taiwan Semi. You see these straight up to the moon, these things. And you still got to like them, even though they've been taking some pullbacks. But it's not just, remember, chips was just going into computers. Intel inside, do. You know, that the only thing was like chips and computers and stuff. Now you need a chip for everything. Did you see the new sunglass, the Echo glasses Amazon's is making? They got out, cost $250 or something like that. Chips. Anyway, I did enough on that. We used to just supposed to be talking about the sectors. Anyway, you put your ETFs in M1 Finance, and it will tell you your expense. Oh, cool. I never pull up those things to know that. What I've been doing with M1, since you can make your own portfolios, is I've been going into the portfolios and actually seeing what they got going on. And I might take the top 50% of the portfolio. And generally, that's only like 5 to 7 stocks, and just kind of make my own portfolio. Boom, this is what I want to be in. I just take the leaders, the big boys, and then kind of create my own. And I'm not paying that expense ratio. So that's what I like doing. That's what I do. But yeah, you could get in and just kind of make it easy, less trades and stuff. Just getting ETFs and just kind of set it and forget it. Like me, I got to kind of get, if something stops working, I kind of got to follow the ETF or just take this out. You know, it requires maintenance. You know, the ETF is automatically putting things in and pulling out things, putting in what's working, pulling out what's not, and all that stuff. So it keeps, you know, those fees are, they justified. And they're not really that expensive. Remember just 10, 15, 20 years ago, a fee for like an ETF or let's say a mutual, that was up in the 3s, 4, you know, that was high. I'm like, man, and then I remember, and that's how Vanguard came in, like, look, boom, no fee, low fees, I should say, 0.03 or some crap, or 0.1, and now I think Fidelity even has no fee ETFs, you know, that you can invest in, which is crazy. I think they just want your money over there in their accounts. What's up, Cashmatic? You think it'll go higher? What's the next resistance? I'm in AMD since 75. Yeah, I was in AMD and waiting for it to go over 100. It just didn't. I got out. Let's pull it up real quick. Okay, I think I hit all the questions. I think I can keep my board on, by the way. Yeah. Just very disappointed in the whole AMD. I remember saying to someone I like the SMH better because I don't know what's hot. We all know. I mean, look at how the SMH is. With trying to clear my drawings out. Look how it's just holding up. By the way, you see when you see these kind of patterns, right? I'm looking at the monthly. By the way. It's sold off. It just comes right back. It's sold off. It comes right back. You could just see that buying pressure. Just like, it's almost like it can't come down here. Basically, if it gets down here, scoop it up. But you can see how it's coming sideways. See how the moving averages is catching along. So maybe according to this, another couple months, and this is about July. If it's over here, let me see. Let's just play. Let's see if I kind of extend this out like that and then extend this over like that Let's say maybe October. Maybe it'll go sideways until around October. But when it does that, it could explode, right? See what happens when it catches up to the moving average. You can't have these anything. You can't have any chart just totally pull away from the moving average. You need that. You need it needs to snap back, right? Like a rubber band, that snapback effect. It needs to revert to the mean. So when things are getting overextended, even though we've been in a weird period, we have to sell those, man. We have to, yeah, don't be afraid to sell sometimes, because what is it just gonna go straight up and be 20% away from the moving average? Eventually it's going to go sideways. So when you get that move, sometimes it's best just to lighten up, or do something, take action. We can do the set it and forget it way, but I think we can do better than set it, forget it, because you could see the stuff happening. And, we know it's just not going to keep going straight up. That's impossible. I know a lot happened last year, but last year was unique. Now that we're leaving that era, when you see it just totally flying away from the moving averages, and then once it starts going sideways, you could feel where the lift is just not there anymore. You start seeing these candles, but the other way around, where the wick is on top. You might say, you know what? I think I'll just kind of maybe pull a little out and put it, redeploy that money elsewhere where it is popping. So you could do that. Like, I like a little, all right, what Mr. Jerry was talking about for his mom, whatever, passive investing, right, where you just don't do anything, and that's great. But I think we could do better on the performance if we kind of actively passive or moderately passive, is that a better word, to where we kind of say, I'll make this change and this change. So long as you stay invested, that's the key. And keep investing. Keep dollar cost averaging, right? And that's why I think M1 is great, because when you put money in, I believe it puts it into the, it kind of, if your stock is under, more money will go there than more money. That's where, if you got, say you got Amazon and Netflix in there. I don't know why I picked those two. And Amazon's just ripping, right? You got 50-50, I want 50-50 in the pie. And Amazon just starts to rip. Now it's worth 60% of your pie. They'll kind of keep putting your the new money into the Netflix or whatever, because Amazon is already overvalued, what's that called? Overweighted. And then so more money will kind of come into here to kind of catch it up, so it kind of automatically puts money into where it needs to go when you do it that way, which is nice. So, but that's the key. Just keep investing. I was going to also do a video. By the way, I have time. I'm on vacation, so I have time to actually create content. So you should see some content coming out of me for the next few weeks, where I wanted to show you my progress. And so this would be an M1 video, Mr. Jerry, because I said a thing that I'm going to invest $30 a day. Every day into it. $30 a day. What does that equal a month? Let me see. $30 times, it's about 20 trading days. I don't even know. Times 20. Was that, $600 a month. I already invest as much as I can. And then I was like, I'm going to invest another $30 a day. I don't have $30 a day. I don't have it. I'm telling you, I don't. But I'm trying to force myself to have it. That makes any sense, to where I'm gonna, oh shoot, I gotta put the $30 in. I better not drive here. I better get not enough gas. I better not pay this and pay that. Almost like it's a damn rent bill where I gotta figure it out, And sometimes I can't. So sometimes I'm like, nah, $30 can't go today. So I'll stop the automatic withdrawal. But for the most part, I've been pretty successful. You'd be surprised what you could do when you just set in your mind to do it. So that's been working out pretty nice. I think I already got $1,000 in that account, and I just started doing that. Maybe a month ago. maybe, well, it can't be a month 'cause it'll be $600. Maybe about a month and a half ago. Yeah. So I'm like, maybe I got some gains. I've been getting gains. So I don't know, but that's been working. That's incredible, right? That I actually set that up. I'm like, man, I'm doing it. I know I can't afford it, but and I'm just sitting here balancing my budget. My checking accounts are lower. I'm really just trying to figure out a way to make that happen. But if I don't make it happen, it's cool. Then I just bail and say, no deposit today. So far, so good though. So far, so good. Yes, try something like that. Doesn't have to be $30 a day. And I went extreme. I'm like $30. I could have did something like $5. Matter of fact, I did start with $5, and I just decided to, you know what, $30. You know, and I was doing it on Robinhood, to tell you the truth, because Robinhood you could buy $5 stocks in this, like, and you could pick stocks and just decide to invest in them automatically each day, month. You just pick the schedule. So I was picking some stocks. I want $5 to go in here, $5 to go in here, and then I want $5 in this stock, and then I was just like, you know what, this is getting too much. So that's when I was like, let me just do M1 and kind of make the portfolio with all stocks and just send everything, but send $15 to there and let M1 do its thing. But then I increased it to 30, and so far so good. It's been working out. Lately, I've just been able to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I kind of bailed on Thursday and Friday. You know, and I'm trying to work hard at the job. That's another way, right, to get more money to come in to pay for the $30. But so yeah, you'd be surprised what you can do when you try to make it happen. Because we'll bust our ass when, let's say, we get let's say a crazy cell phone bill, right? We was on the internet a lot. I don't remember when I'm thinking of cell phones. Remember, you used to call a lot. Remember, they used to charge you for your calls. Anyway, let's say you got a $500 phone bill. You're like, oh man, gosh, you know, we always find a way to make that happen and pay somebody else for our efforts. So how about paying ourselves for our effort, right? Isn't that great? Just to put that same effort in, but pay yourself. You know, so that's where I got the mentality from it, and it's working, man. I encourage everyone to try it. I'm gonna have to do a video on that. X, I gotta talk about X. I totally forgot. You said Vanguard ETFs are the cheapest, but ARK sure is, man. 0.75 on that ARK, I believe, compared to other ETF products that are out there, or just buying it yourself and don't pay anything but your trading commission if you have one. All right, so let's pull up X. See, remember, this was a great call I did. Isn't that great? That was, man, I was like, shoot, letter X. Thanks to Lawrence, if you're watching this video, he kind of clued me in on the steel stocks, and then I pulled up the graph, and I was like, damn, I'm missing this. I'm missing the action. So that's where the video came from, thanks to him. So he's got some credit in that. But I was in the cliff already, and I got in at the wrong time. So I just like, I just kind of sold. I think I sold for a loss and got out. I did it right here, I think. Right here, I was in the cliffs. I bought in somewhere here. And it just, bam! I'm like, what the fuck? What? You know? And I just got out, and then it's been doing this sideways action. I think Lawrence hit me up in the comments, and I kind of pulled it up again. Then I was like, this thing is about to blow. You know, so anyway, you can see how it went up, it gapped up. I'm looking at the 4-hour chart, by the way. If we look at, let's zoom out of that. Let's pull up the weekly, and you can see what's happening. Bottom line, you pull up this weekly. I'm telling you guys, that's another thing where my trading just got so much better. Just pull up weeklies and monthlies. It's going up, right? And be patient. Remember, this is a weekly. We can't buy it today. Oh, I'm lost. Be patient. The trend is up. That's all you need to know. So if it's going down because you're thinking daily or short term, just buy more. We know it's going up. There's the weeklies telling us that, right? And you can pull up the monthly to get better confirmation. Look at the monthly straight up. So yeah, you got bad pricing. You could pinpoint your entry price because you was with the day, and you know you're gonna get chopped up here. But bottom line, it's going up. We know it's gonna recover. So where was I getting at? That's the daily. I had the 4-hour chart up, and pull up the 4-hour, and you can see We did get a little gap here, right? So it's going sideways. It's good, right? Sideways is good, especially in the uptrend. It's holding price. To me, I always say sideways means it's accepted. They accepting this price. Look what happened when it went down. Look at that candle. Went right back up. But yeah, this gap could fill, okay? And, but it's going higher. What was your exact question? You said Vanguard ETF. What the hell was that? You said, do you think X will go? What you think X will go higher? What is the next resistance? Well, in that video, I drew a channel, right? I just drew this channel. That's not the greatest channel, right? And then near that line, so I'm thinking up here. I'm thinking somewhere around here, which is about $30, 29, $30, right? You can see it. It's been pinballing all through here, right? So now when it gets up here, look at these wicks, right? It sells off. So when it gets in this area, if you're a trader, you want to just sell, right? I guess, when it gets up to that 29, $30, the move most likely is over. Now, of course, it could bust through and just keep going right. It could totally escape this channel and go up. But that's why you got to decide what kind of trader you are. Because if you're just trading, get out. If you're buy and hold, buy. Bottom line, just kind of coming out weekly, monthly, and it's going up. If it reaches all-time highs, well, that's not all-time highs. If we get to this level, I say recent high. Damn, if it breaks this high, hasn't been that high since October 18. It probably gonna break it. It's inflation and all that stuff. To tell you the truth, the top where I think we're heading is up here, about $45. We'll probably go right to there. This is, if you got the monthly up, this is the real channel, right? Look at that. So most likely we heading here. There'll be some ins and outs still. This is a very volatile area for whatever reason. But we know the long trends. We looked at the weekly, and now you're looking at the monthly. You could see what's going to happen here. Look at the crossover in the moving averages. Look at how the slow stochastic is just boom, straight up, right? Look at the volume in the move. So it's going up there. I suck. By the way, this is why another reason why I look at weeklies and monthly. I suck at day trading or trying to in and out. I suck at that. It is so easy to look at a long-term chart and tell you which way it's going. That's why I did the video with my girlfriend. I'm like, hey, which way is this going, babe? And she goes, up. How about this chart? Down. This one, down. This one, up. It's that simple. But we just need the patience to stay in the trade, right? So that's what works, right? So just check the overall trend, the longer-term trend, and stay in the trade, man. Don't worry about these people day trading in and out. Why are you in and out? It's going up, so just it's going up, right? So no worry about the in and out. And it sucks when it goes down, like that pullback we had in the NASDAQ and all that, with the wood stocks, coined by Kramer. It hurts, you go down 50% or whatever, 30, you in those stocks, it could hurt. But I tell you what, the 5-year trend, like Kathy, is up. So those, if you really believe in that whole way of thinking or whatever, I'm trying to think of it. Is it I can't say the words, so I was like, whole way of thinking. If you believe in it, it's gonna work. It's gonna work, man, if you believe in it. So you just gotta kind of invest it and use these pullbacks as buying opportunities, sales. It's like, your favorite jeans go on sale for 40% off or something like that. You'd be like, yeah, let me get 5 pair. Why can't we do that with stocks? That's the weirdest thing, isn't it? It's weird. We want to buy when it's expensive. Imagine your favorite pair of jeans. You only get them for $40 and all of a sudden they 60. You don't go say, oh, 60, let me get 5 of them. No. You're like, I ain't paying that. Then when it goes to 30, we buy 5. Isn't that weird? That's the weirdest thing I'll never understand. Anyway, look at some comments. Do you do any weekly options? Yes, I've been doing that. This is another video I need to drop. I've been doing it on the SPY and the Qs. I've been selling put spreads and sometimes iron condors on the 5 days, 6 days, sometimes 14, sometimes 3. I've been like successful damn near all the time. There was one pullback we had during the wood sell off where it kind of got me. But I've been selling those 10% options with the 10%, 11% delta, five strikes wide, collecting about 4% on the margin required for that, 5%, and damn near 100% successful. Just kind of slowly getting some milk out of these stocks. It's milking it. That's what we call it at work, milking it, right? So yeah, there's people that just want to, at work, just want to stay on the clock. So we call them clock suckers. You clock sucker. That's clock, YouTube. Don't ban the video. Clock sucker. Anyway. Said Jim Cramer mentioned it. What did he mention after me? How exactly what? Do you on CNBC? I listen to CNBC almost all day. I don't listen to Jim Cramer's show though. I just don't. I don't know why. I like him on the 9 o'clock show. What's that? Squawk on the Street. I like him at the 9 o'clock show. I think he's more real on that. The Mad Money just seems like a production, and he's always 100% bullish, 100 all the time, man. Everything. But on Squawk on the Street, he'd be bearish on things. He'll say better things on that program. I don't know why, but I like him more on that. So I don't know what he said. What he said, I said it first. Do you do any weekly options? How's the volatility affected me? Good. My portfolio is almost at just about all-time highs. It's been I haven't made any serious money since October. Right? Since somewhere around there, the end of the year. Basically, if I were to show you my equity curve, it stopped going up. So I had to kind of change, right? The themes have changed. It's just been doing this. It's been like sideways action. I don't want that from the portfolio. I want it to go up. So I'm getting dips. I'm recovering dips. I'm just up. It's kind of like that, which sucks. So yeah. So I'm getting gains, but I'm getting losses. The good thing is I'm not losing money, but I'm just a couple percentage points from my all-time high. So the volatility, the question, yeah, it's definitely in my portfolio. It kind of looks like this chart right here. This is perfect, just going sideways. And I want it to go up, but I think we're going to hit that. I'm in the right stocks, so I'm going to do a portfolio video, and you can see the stocks I'm in. I think I'm in the right stocks. I don't know. I think I'm in the right trades. And I'm less aggressive. I had to take some of the aggressiveness out, right? So I had to do a lot of rearranging. And now I'm more being safe. I use a small portion to do those weekly options, to kind of just milk some money out the market. That's been working. Especially I got this small portfolio where I basically turned about 1,000, maybe somewhere around there, to about almost 10,000, right? So I did that just for the last couple of months. That's good. And believe it, most of that strategy has been that selling options, selling the 10% or whatever. So I took some money out of that and bought a substantial position in the cryptos, and that's going to be a video where I'm like already down $400, man. Should have just kept doing what I was doing. Anyway, but it's all good. It's all good. So yeah, I think that's all where I'm getting at. He said, "Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. Then I was on it before. Like I said, I'm gonna give credit to Lawrence on that one. He clued me in on it. He's telling me about the steal. If you go back to that video, I think he's in the comments or even the video before it. He's like, "Yo, man, you gotta talk about the X." And I was like, "Really?" And I know I just lost money on the Cleveland Cliffs. I was actually messing with those. I like the cliffs. I don't know. And I got kind of chopped up, got out, and just didn't look back. I tell you what, though, If you sell puts, those look at that. Look at this, man. Learn how to sell puts. And I this like say there's 20 on the steel. We know it's going up, right? Look at the premium they're giving you on selling it. So you could sell this 25. All right, the stock is trading at 25.93. You could sell this 25 for let's say 114. $114. Expires in 20 days. That means your cost, right? That's like you buying US steel at $23.87, somewhere around there. That's a great deal, right? So you could just sell this. If it continues to go up, sell it again, and that's being a little risky. You could come down here and sell this 23 for 50 cents, right? And then that means your cost is $22.50. So I like the premium they putting out in these steel stocks. Those are not the trades I'm doing. I have been selling coming down here. Let's say this 14 right here. Let's say I sell the 14 and sell this 22 by the 21. I've been doing trades like this. That's 12 cents. I think I did a video on it. Yeah, and I was like, 14. I think I got 14 cents. So that's a dollar wide spread, but 14. So basically 12 cents, so your risk is 88 cents. So 12 divided by 88 is 13.6%, right? So basically you're getting 14% of your money on that trade. 12 cents. Yeah, so go ahead and do that about 10 times, right? And that'll be $120. Your risk $840 for $120. Do it 20 times. Risk $1680 for, I'm trying to do the math, $240. Right? So that's been working nice. He's got a 14% chance of being wrong, which makes it a 86% chance of being right. And you can kind of let it drop. Right, so 25. It's at 26 right now. Basically, it has to go all the way down to 22. And remember, you don't really even have to wait the whole 20 days. You could sell it when it reaches 6 cents and get half of that. Maybe get 6% on your money in 10 days. This is what I've been doing. I always traded like this, but I've been doing more of it because in this kind of market, because it just seems volatile. We seem toppy. So let me just go ahead and sell some of these out of the money puts and kind of do that strategy, and it's totally been working. The video I did on US Steel, I think I did a trade like that where I got 14 cents credit, and US Steel, if you remember when I did that video, it dropped the next day. I was like, God, I did a 6-day trade on it, and that's 5 minutes. Can we pull up the daily? I think I did it on this candle right here, and look what happened the next day. I was like, damn. And then it just took off. But when it got down here, I had sold like the 23. This is why that line is here, right there. That's exactly why that line is there. That was my option. And you could see I was safe. Even with that move, I think it was something like 4%, I was safe, and I still made my money. So once this day happened, I was out. The trade lasted a couple days. And I think, did I put another one on? I can't remember what I did. Can't remember. Oh, you know what? I took the money and I think I bought a 24. Now I bought a call spread. I think I bought like the 24.29 that expires in a couple months or something like that to play that move that I'm expecting to the upside. So I did something like that. And I realized that I have to show you more of the trades. I mean, the channel is called Dre Trades, but I'm doing charts. So I have to show you more of what I'm actually doing, more of the trades. And this is where the reason why I'm not doing that yet is possibly where I might do a Discord or something where, because I got to monetize, guys. All right. So I'm thinking about, could I use that aspect? I show you that I'd be right along a lot. With the direction, I kind of show you the directions and what I'm thinking and what trades I'm putting on. But maybe when I get you into this room or a Patreon, I can actually show you the portfolio. So I'm thinking something on that aspect. Let me know if y'all interested in that. And that's where I've been hesitant on. Me and my Deborah has been talking about it. She's the jewelry box. So I'm just trying to figure out a way to monetize. But where I don't want to be like everybody else. You know, so I'm just trying to figure out and how to be different and how to, I don't know. You see where I'm kind of thinking? This is why I'm like kind of holding off. I'm just trying to structure something to where it's not expensive. It won't be expensive at all, by the way. Good for you and good for me, you know, and where I'm still doing what I'm doing. And I have time, by the way, because a lot of my time is I don't have time because I do hold another job. A lot of the guys where, here's my M1 portfolio. I got I got some weed stocks and I got the Hertz. I knew Hertz was gonna pop because of the bankruptcy deal. And so I told you guys to buy it at the bankruptcy. Call Icon was selling. He sold at 80 cents. We could have scooped up a whole bunch at 80 cents. And now it's $6. So, you know. Anyway, those guys, they're in their bedroom and mom and pops is taking care of them. Okay, I got a job. So, and I work a lot of hours. All right, so I don't have time, you know. And that's another reason why I do a lot of long-term trades. Okay, because I don't got time. And if y'all watch me, I suck when I pick up this phone at work and feel I gotta do something, and I do it, still do it all the time. Damn, these be losing ass trades, man. I need to put it down and just forget about it. Doesn't matter what I do. I could buy more. I could sell. Doesn't matter. I can't pull up everything on the phone. I can't look at this. So I just like, oh man, shoot, the market's tanking. Do I need to, do something, or it's ripping? Do I need to put on the new? Doesn't matter what I do. It winds up being a losing trade, or something I shouldn't have done. Gosh. So anyway, I hope you guys don't hear that. Now it sounds like they're weed whacking. You said Jim Cramer. Yeah, okay. X. Oh, you always say nothing. You said you think it's a great idea. Oh, okay. Jewelry Box thinks it's a great idea. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to been thinking of and how to do it. So I don't know if it's Discord. I don't even know how to use Discord. I never even went to the website. I don't know. It looks confusing. Or do I want to do Patreon? Or do I just want to do it right here on YouTube? You know, do I want to do Cash App? Or, I don't know. Or how? What do I want to show you? I don't know. So I'm just thinking like that. Hopefully something pops into my mind where I say, oh, okay, yeah, this will work. But it's working. By the way, I'm going to tell you a little secret. I shouldn't tell you this, but I'm going to tell you anyway. The stuff that we talk about, it's all right here on the channel already. It's all right here. It's got to package it up. Oh my gosh, it's all right here. By the way, if you want to know how to trade, it's all on YouTube. If you want to know how to do anything, right? That's why YouTube's so great. It's all out there. But people pay. They just want to pay. I don't know why. Why it's free. You want to I don't know. Everything is free, but I guess when you package it up. So if I could show you that, look at U.S. Steel, it's going up. Look at Amazon, it's telling you it's going up. Look at this, it's going down. Look, and you guys can say, wow, man, he's pretty right. Most likely you probably think my trades is right. Not all the time. I have losers all the time. So, yeah, so that's my angle. Show you some chart action. And then I sprinkle in some trade action, but use the chart action to maybe monetize with the trade action. So something like that. Let me know if you can fine tune that for me. Help me out. I don't know. All right. So let's go back to looking at the different sectors of the market. So I had some people, you left already. I looked, I had 6 people, turned over here, looked, and I had 4 people. It's like when I lost my subs the other day for dropping a GME video. So I was going to say, hey, get in there and say what's up so I can give you a shout out. But you guys is gone. I know exactly what 4 people's in here. And thanks for everyone for interacting. Yeah. All right, so we talked about, let's go back to my little chart. We talked about, damn, I only did the first 2. Let's talk about the IBB. I was in this heavy, and I got out. I got out right at the top, so I did a good thing. Yeah, this right here is not bullish. The bull looks like the bull action happened. I thought we was off just. It's funny. I gotta say it, but off to the moon. So funny. I don't like using Elon. I'm like, did I always say that, or is it an Elon thing? I don't know. Anyway, you can see the move. Now we come down and it's going sideways. Generally, this is bear flag, man. Right? Bear flag, and it might possibly break. We're sitting on this resistance, and maybe because all this COVID stuff is over, I don't know. But generally, you don't really see this, and it stay down here for so long and then go back up. What is that? What is that, a wagon pattern? Right? So when it comes down, like here, you get the bounce, right? Comes down, you get the bounce. Comes down, you get the bounce. Here, comes down, you get the bounce. Comes down, you get the bounce. Comes down, you get the bounce. Now here's a good example right here, because see how it's come down and then look, it's sideways, and then look, it came down some more, right? So doesn't that look like here, right? So if I clear, I gotta clear it all out. I gotta draw it again. Can y'all even see this because of my head? Should I duck? So come down, put it like that. Let me just kind of do that. You can see what happened, right? And it just didn't bounce up. And then look, boom, just dropped. And usually this drop is the same as this handle, right? So it just dropped. All right, so you come over here to 2020, you got the same thing going on. Down, it's over. And now we're waiting for this move. It could go the other way. By the way, when this is what is supposed to happen, if it goes the other way, most likely it would be an aggressive move back to the top. Okay, so why is it hanging out? Why isn't it breaking yet? Because this support area, that's pretty damn strong. Look at that. Let's clear everything out again. All right, so that's pretty strong. So hang on. So yeah, it's once it breaks, yeah, hope that's weird. I hope it don't break. That's looking kind of bearish. We'll see. We'll see what happens, you know? These are only educated guesses. Anything can happen, by the way. Remember that. Anything can happen in stocks. But why did it reject? Why when it got up here, it just rejected the move? And then sideways action, they happy with this new level. Okay, since March, they're happy with it. No one's even interested in bringing it back to 173. They're happy with the 151. It's been like that since for the last couple of months. So any kind of sell-off in the markets or whatever, again, you know, maybe enough pressure to break that. But keep an eye on that. If you shorters, you know, if it breaks, most likely it's gonna break hard. Might get just like here, that hard candle down, and then we bounce up, right? So I'm not saying that this would be the next move. That's a bad line. You're not saying that. Damn, will it bounce way down there? I mean, there's a level right here. There's a level there as well. So yeah, let's see what happens, and we can might as well, since we're drawing all these levels. There we go. Right now it's in the middle. You can do an iron condor on this. This is perfect iron condor type strategy because it's going sideways. It might go sideways for a couple months. I mean, we don't know. I'm not saying it's gonna break tomorrow. By the way, that's another thing. Anything I say, it's not like it's tomorrow. Remember, I look at these are weekly charts. Another 2 bars is 2 weeks from now. So nothing's tomorrow. This is the longer term thing. And maybe that's why I'm not watched, because I don't tell you what's going to happen tomorrow. You want to know what's going to happen tomorrow? Let's pull up the 30-minute chart. I can't even read these, to tell you the truth. Look at the volatility here. I suck at this, you know. But I tell you what, remember we just got done talking about, look at this move was aggressive. That was a beautiful bullish move, and it went right to the top. They sold it right off like it meant nothing. Absolutely nothing. Is this the same day? No. Okay. Yeah, wait a minute. I'm looking at the 30-minute. Yeah, so it popped up on Friday, huge. And they gave it all back. That's not bullish. Okay. Yeah, I mean, huh? Now there is a gap to fill. I don't know. But this I can't. I tell you, I can't read it, man. I need to be on the longer end of the curve. There we go. I could see what's happening here. You don't really see all these gaps and stuff. It's just easier to navigate. So IBB, not as bullish. Let me look at the XBI. That's the brother or the sister. Ooh, see, there you go. This is perfect. Now I know it's going down because the IBB is. And look, it came down to that next level of support. I'm sorry. Now I know it's going down because the XBI is. So the IBB is holding up. I don't know what stock is in there that's holding it up higher, but the XBI is a biotech ETF as well. It's got different things in it. And then you look at the IBB. For some reason, it's holding on. Okay? But I don't know what it is. But you can see that pressure is to the downside because the IBB the XBI is getting a beat down right about now. All right, so there's the XBI, and it's holding on. Look at how it hit that area of resistance. This is the weekly. They brought it back up, and that's a good thing. But now it's just indecision. Do we want to bring it lower? I don't know. This could be a good place for an iron condor as well. Because most likely I have a feeling this is just going to go sideways. It didn't bounce. Why it didn't? There's no bounce. Like things. I swear. I love looking at the bounce. Right. It's just you would bring it down. This huge sell-off, 34% down, and you're telling me all you can do is move it sideways with these indecision doji candles. We don't know. You don't know. You don't know if 34% off is a good price. You don't know that. Yeah, I guess not. See, things like that. When you think like that, it almost tells you it just wants to go lower. It's just hanging out because of support. People like me and you, they looking at this chart. They got the line. They say, "Oh, this is support. I'm buying." So they buy. So it hangs on. Some people made some money and they see in a hit. I'm calling it support, by the way, resistance. No, support. Sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me. And so they yeah, okay, let me sell. Let me buy it back, But what's the next move gonna be? To tell you the truth, I think sideways. I don't know if it'll enter in here. Just might kind of chop around. We'll see. It's got to prove itself. I mean, that definitely is a downtrend. So we could draw a line like that, or we can draw a line like this. Either or, let me zoom in. We want to see that get to here. I want this to get through both of the lines, right? And get up there, and then maybe we can talk about something. All right, but let's go ahead and get through both and see what's up. 7 people up in here. I want everyone, if you don't have a question, just go ahead and say what's up, man. I appreciate that. And if you're new, subscribe. I'm the kind of person my girlfriend gets on me about it. I don't read the comments, all right? So I'm telling you right now, put your comment down. I'm going to read them all. I'm going to do my best. But I usually get in I just get going, and then I read the comments, and then I kind of do a little thing. Then I read the comments. So I'm not actively looking at the comments, all right? So, but put your comment in there, and I'll definitely get to it. All right, but y'all not saying shit. Okay. Investing should be boring. If you want excitement, go to Vegas. True. You know what? If it's boring, it's working. It's probably working. If you're like this, it's no way it be working. And when I first started this channel, I remember I was putting out screenshots. Look, I'm 3,000, 4,000, 2,000. I was doing absolutely nothing. And then a reason why I stopped doing that because I got burnt, man. I was like, man, let me stop. It was almost like a jinx. I just started maybe focusing on gains and some So I was like, all right, I'm not going to do that anymore. I don't want to be that kind of guy. Let's focus on this. So anyway, but I might throw a screenshot out as well here and there. But I've been doing, like I said, I showed you the portfolio. And tomorrow, I think I'm going to shoot that video today for tomorrow or Monday. It'll be out tomorrow morning. I'm going to do an AMC video and I'm going to do my portfolio video. So one of those will be tomorrow or Monday or vice versa. Yeah. But no. Yeah. Anyway, y'all can just see what's going on in there. The thing is, when I pull stocks out, I'm not giving y'all the deep dive. Let's say I'm in Netflix. I don't trade Netflix, and I sell it. It won't be. You won't see it. You won't see the loss or the gain. You know. So you're only gonna see what I actually hold right now. All right. But yeah, boring, man. Put on the boring trades. If you watched my previous videos where I show you how to make 100% in a year, that's boring. But, and Mr. Jarrett, remember, the videos I have, I usually say secret sauce. I got it written in there somewhere. Nobody watches those videos. I don't get it. This is it, man. This is what you guys is paying other people for. I'm throwing it out there for free. Go to any compounding calculator and you type in however much money you have and however much money you want to contribute, and you type in 100% a year. Because most of the trades that I do, like, they work. Damn near all of them. Watch how fast you're at millions. Watch. All right? I did a video on that as well. And let's say I'm half right. Doesn't Dave Ramsey like to say, let's say I'm half right and it's only 50%. Because you sell it, let's say you do the 100% trade on that expires a year from now, and you sell it at 50% profit. Put that in a calculator. 50% every year. All you do is redeploy the money. Just redeploy it. Put it in something else. You know, so the last year, this market has been hard. It's a lot of FOMO and everything. Even I caught it. If you remember, go back early during the pandemic. I did well during that pandemic, by the way. I was like into the more dividend stocks and the safer stocks, and then you're watching all these other stocks rip. You can't watch that too long without trying to get a piece of that. We're humans. That's why charts work, by the way, because this is human behavior charted down. That's what it is. So we're human, and I'll say, I got to get in. Eventually, I got ahead and make the turn. I finally bought Bitcoin, or I bought a couple cryptos, and I don't know. I was like, I'm getting a discount, getting a deal, and I guess I'm early. Anyway, but we're humans. It's hard. It's hard not to, you know. To keep it exciting, I've been doing, and that's another reason why I'm actually doing. By the way, I want to do a Forex video. Not that I know anything about Forex. I've just been looking at people's Forex videos, not the scammers and the people showing you the real deal, trading it right here on Thinkorswim. Right? I can go trade Forex and hit the Forex and look at all the markets. Right? I can do it right here. I don't need your little platform and your little IML and doing stuff. I don't have to pay you to show me. Anyway, because I just want something to do over the weekend. Like, this is boring, you know. I need some excitement, so that's why I mentioned that. So yeah, so I've been doing that just to kind of keep me active, right? To do something, because you set these trades on, you do the set it and forget it thing. I'd be bored. I'd be bored as hell. You probably too, Mr. Generation. That's why you doing your sports, right? It keeps it going, you know. So I do I'll sell some short-term puts and stuff like that to keep me active, you know. And it's been working. It's been working nice. All right, so there we go. All right, let's talk about the next sector. So let's talk about the IYR. By the way, I bought a position in Open Door. It's been getting killed. No, not really. I bought it on the low. The stock has been getting killed. I'm up. Real estate. The prices. I'm not even looking. Do y'all see what's going on out there with these? Can anybody afford a house? I can't. I can't. Forget it. I gotta wait for the crash. I'm ready. I'm gonna be, as soon as y'all get ready to get rid of one of your $500,000 houses and sell it for $100,000, I'll take it. Okay, I'm gonna be waiting. I'm gonna be the one taking it from you because I can't afford it now. It's crazy. But look at the IOI. It's crazy what's going on in the real estate market. And you can break your house down and probably get more for it by selling the 2x4s. Maybe you got some granite slab. You got to sell these doors. It's just it's crazy. Wow. This is the first time I'm looking at this, by the way. So I got the monthly up. You see this goes way back to 2000, all right? And if I draw, why can't I get my line? I'm going to draw that line. We are damn near just at all-time highs. Getting ready to triple. We're breaking through, but is this going to be a fake breakout? Like here, right there? See what happened at the pandemic high, right? It broke out and just went low. Are we getting ready to do that number right now? You can see the lumber. I think some of the futures that involve homemaking stuff has been dropping last week. Is this the beginning? Or is it going to break through and we just go higher? I don't know, but I think we have to be concerned being at this level right here where we at. And it's weird though, because we're here and we got more people unemployed than any time in this chart. Maybe except for 2008. Yeah, so that was a bad time down here. But look where it was though. So here, 2006, there wasn't a bad unemployment problem. But here it is. It's just weird what's going on. Right? So the good news is, shrink it down, is what are we at? 6% unemployment, was it? I know we're still losing 500,000 people getting on an unemployment line a week, somewhere around there. Or is it even higher? I'm not sure. I kind of didn't look at the numbers that dropped this Friday. But where was I getting at? I'm having a brain fart right now. Oh, man. All right. Shit. What was I getting at? Oh, okay. The good news is that number has room for improvement. So we can get down to our average 4%. I think there's like max, was it 3.5? You can't get lower than that because you just got people that's just not going to work. Anyway, so let's just call it 4%. So maybe once we get max employment, maybe that's the top. Maybe. So maybe it can kind of keep going up. We get that max employment. I don't know. It just seems weird. But this could be a level of something. Notice the last 2 times it hit this level, that it came down hard. Like you had that 2-year drop and then that. This time you hit it. And it's funny how the pandemic, isn't it weird how just charts happen? But basically, if it wasn't for the pandemic, would the market wouldn't have did that? Sure it would. I think it was a double top. If you look at this at any other chart, yeah. So we were just kind of kept cruising on. Anyway, but isn't it amazing right there? Right at the top. Right at the top. This thing was coming along. And as soon as it hits this level, there's a pandemic? What kind of coincidence is that? Anyway, just think about that. That's weird. Okay? So anyway, boom, it drops down. Comes all the way up here. Now, I always say, this is like the 3rd time today on this video, that downturn, it got rejected, man. Like I said, you blinked, you missed it. And that's another, we got all these YouTubers that do what I do right now, and or I do what they do because they're more popular, that they just started. And it doesn't matter if you blinked on that. You could have went on vacation somewhere and came back and your portfolio was fine. It was just so fast. But the key was to do nothing. Anyway, it got rejected. Basically, I'm saying everything was working. So, this got a lot of people in, and everything was working. It doesn't matter what stock you pick. You're a great stock. Everything was going up. Didn't matter. Now you can see people's struggling because everything is not going up. It's kind of getting back to the normal. But it got rejected. So this is interesting. We're at that point to where it's got to make a decision. All right. What are you going to do? Going back to 2000, you have never seen this thing go sideways. All right. So we up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Well, the year 2017 was kind of side. That's the closest sideways action we had since 2000. But it's up still. Then down, up, down, up, down, up. Oh, here's some sideways action for the most part from basically mid last year to the beginning of this year, and then up. So you can see the volatility in it. Basically, I'm getting at, because they could hit this level and do like a cup and handle, kind of start going sideways and then up. That would be, then I can say, all right, yeah, well, here we go. But see what happens. It basically, I'm saying I don't think sideways is in the picture. So we hit this level. Do we just cut through it like we didn't even double top? Like it didn't even matter in 2006? Or do we get some volatility to the downside? This is going to be interesting. I got to start keeping my eye on the IYR. All right, so I'm just going to bring up open because I have a position in it. And the reason why I'm in it, I worry about, because they do buying and selling as well, but the whole real estate thing is being disrupted, right? And there's 3 companies doing it: Zillow, Redfin, and Open Door. Redfin has been pretty hot this week, but you can see the sell-off we had here. So it's a good time to get in, right? And they're being disrupted. And generally, that, I think they're in a good thing. I think they're good. Meaning, I think this is something you could buy. By the way, I got an M1 portfolio with, I have some options on here, and I got an M1 portfolio with Zillow, Redfin, and this, all 3. Just call it real estate, disrupting real estate or whatever. I lost my train of thought, but I think that this is the, goddamn, I just think it's just the new way. And we at this low here. So I'm like, all right, it's a good time to kind of dip my feet in, to kind of get wet and see what this thing, because they buy and sell houses. So that's what I was getting at. And they make a profit. By the way, when they a lot of people say, oh my gosh, I don't have a house to sell. But they're going to charge you about good 8%. Now, you can go ahead and get a realtor for 6%, maybe lower if you can negotiate. But what they don't figure is, now I know it's a hot market, they're going to buy your house now. So you don't have that carrying cost. Carrying costs will kill you when you sell a house, and people forget about it. So if it takes 3 months to 4 months to sell your house, you just got 4 months of carrying costs. You could have got rid of your house 4 months ago. So to me, of course, if they're ready to buy it now, I think it should be a more premium, unless you have one of those houses where if you list it's going to sell like that. But if you don't, I think this is a good option. And, they're going to charge you. You're going to get hit, but you're out, and there's no carrying cost for you. So anyway, but hopefully they don't have a whole bunch of houses on their books and the market starts to crash. Then this thing is going to go a lot lower. All of them, because this is what they're starting to do. They basically flipping houses, man. So I don't like that about them. I think it could be successful as long as the market keeps going up. But if it goes down and they got a lot of houses on their books, that's not good, okay? But at the same time, they got a good premium for taking those houses in, so maybe they can afford it. Maybe they can afford to sit on it a little bit, depending on how much the market does go down. Because it doesn't have to crash like 2008, we got to keep that out of our mind. So let's go back to the IYR real quick. It doesn't have to. 2008 was the last crash. IYR. Right, so it doesn't have to give us this action, or even just last pandemic. It doesn't have to do anything like that. It could just slowly drift down. So one of these numbers, come on, draw one of these numbers, just right, just kind of slowly drift down. We'll see what happens, but it's definitely something to keep an eye on. What is up, Paul? You said, hey, what do you think about Coinbase? I have averaged down to 253. Shall I hold? I have one problem with Coinbase where I actually will never buy it. Because, and I mentioned it in one of my videos, and I did a little bit more research. These guys make their money off of commissions. That's it. They're going to be disrupted. Just like already crypto.com, by the way, that's where I bought mine. They don't charge you any commission. So, once the big boys get in, they're not going to, I don't know, man. I just don't think the commission game is going to be working at such a time because somebody's going to come in and disrupt. Look, free trading on the cryptos. And then they're going to be just as big like what Robinhood did. And then now how are these guys going to make money? So I actually think that's one of the reasons why it's just been down straight since then, even below the IPO price. I think the IPO price was $250, I think it was $250. Right? So right now they're trading at, it was down $236. So I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like that for being long term. Like I said, crypto.com, I don't think there's any commissions. So you got Fidelity might jump in, trading, Thinkorswim, Tasty Works. You can do some crypto trading. I believe it's very low commission, very low. It's like where it's capped, almost like not a percentage. I think it's a flat rate, like they stocks. So that's the problem I have with it. I don't like the commission structure. You're gonna get disrupted, and we just talking about that with open door. So, and I think that's what's happening here. You can hear how great it is on the radio, whatever financial publication or radio station or television show that you're listening to. But this right here is truth, okay? This is saying, hey, nobody wants to own this. They can't even find a price for it, right? So that's the truth. It's just selling off. And how low can it go? I don't know. So I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But that's just me. I hear, they're going to be big into crypto. But, man, bottom line is you make your money off of commissions. As soon as that disruptor does come out, a big boy, this stock is really going to sell off hard. So I'm in Robinhood already. You can get the Dogecoin, and I don't think you can get like 5 cryptos, I think, on Robinhood. Only thing is Robinhood, you can't export them. You don't have control of your wallet. So maybe people don't want control. I don't know. You can't buy it. But let's say they institute that in, and so in Robinhood it's constantly developing, and then they get ready to IPO. So they're gonna get ready to get a big chunk of cash, right? And who knows what they're gonna do with that money as far as making the platform better. Maybe it gets into crypto or whatever. So that's what I'm worried about with Coinbase. And by the way, I'm a nobody. I'm a truck driver. I know nothing. This is my personal. I am not a financial advisor. I don't know. I never picked up a prospectus on Coinbase. I don't know anything. I'm just going from here saying what I personally believe. All right. So you got to take me with a grain of salt. But sometimes when you listen to people, I'm going to give you some game, okay, on what's going on. Because I'm sure you listening to maybe some of the big people out there. You listening to the radio and the publications or whatever. Remember that those guys probably got in at the IPO price of $250. As you see, we cut right through that like it didn't even exist. They might have millions of shares on their books, okay? So they get on, and they get on, say, CNBC, Bloomberg, whatever, where they have a platform to speak to millions. Oh, this is a great deal for Coinbase. I love it. They're getting ready to do this and that. They're going to be one of the biggest crypto traders in the crypto currency markets in the future. I love everything they do, but this is a great price. I can't believe it's being sold. So yeah, I'm buying more. Blah 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 blah. They're just trying to create the liquidity so they can get out, because they realize, oh my gosh, this position sucks. Oh, I don't know, but a lot of times they book to create liquidity using us little nobodies, to start buying so they could sell it to us. Otherwise, if they start dumping their books, this thing will just tank hard. Somebody was dumping 4.5% yesterday. But you see what I mean? So be careful. Be careful. A lot of these talking heads, they use us little guys, for liquidity. And I think that it should be allowed. How many times have you seen, I can't stand it. I'm not saying he's using us for liquidity. I'm not even saying he's a bad or good guy, but I can't stand that they allow him to do it. One of the Nigerian brothers on Option Action, or whatever it's called, Fast Money Halftime. Yeah, I just bought Citibank. I bought it during the show. So you bought it. Then you let us know that you just bought it and it's hot. So now we buy it. Then now you can get out, because he never talks about when he exited his position. So the guy can just be on there making all kinds of free money. I can't stand when they do that. Yeah, but I like this. I bought it during the show. Oh, yeah. Nice pump. Little pump and dump action right there on CNBC. Shouldn't be allowed to buy anything on the show. So that's just weird. To me, if you get on there, it shouldn't even allow you to trade. You made any trades today? Yeah, can't be on the show. Or you can't mention them. Remember when Kramer first started? And I think it's still like, when he mentioned a stock, or anybody mentioned a stock on his Mad Money program, he couldn't buy or sell that stock for 5 days for his charitable trust. I think it's still that way, but he doesn't talk about it like that no more. Should be something like that. If it's mentioned, you should have a lot. You can't trade it. You know what I mean? So, but just be careful. A lot of even Kathy Woods could be out there promoting. Maybe she feels like one of these changed, and she could be promoting Tesla. Oh yeah, and everybody, blah, blah, blah. But she's got to get rid of it. She's using that. They use us as liquidity. Just kind of keep that in mind, and because they need us to be active to sell. And they've been doing this forever, and now I guess the whole Wall Street bets and the whole meme thing is kind of burning them. That stuff is not working no more. So now they're getting hurt, with volume. All right, let me see what's going on. What did these have to me? On Robinhood, they're just trading price action with crypto. Yeah, that's the thing. So what, do they really own the crypto? Does Robinhood really even have it? It's crazy. Yeah. So if you really want to own crypto, don't use Robinhood, because you never own it. You can't transfer it out to another wallet. At least have a company that's gonna have a wallet, where you can just move things around and stuff like that. And I'm learning about this stuff, so I might not know everything. Thanks, Dre. Sitting on, you sitting on what, 400-pound loss, but getting very bad feeling, looking to cut my losses. Yeah, don't watch it go to zero. Remember this, by the way. This is something I'm learning. I learned and still learning. You could always buy back, right? So you could sell. You could sell right now. Just wait. Buy back later. If you think it's popping and you got out, just buy it back. That's all. Right? So let me clear this up. Clear all this up. And I'm not going to use, maybe I should. Let's just draw a couple of lines, right? I don't know if I like that line, though. Okay, I like this line a little better. Actually, there's like 3. We have primary, secondary, and tertiary. Well, that puts us about the same level. I like this line. I like these hits. So when it gets here, and I know this is basically, I hate where you're so far away and you're like, man, because you can get in at 236, and I say something like, man, you're safe above 275. Like, God, it's so far away. but at least you know you're safe. It broke a trend line. You're starting to see some technical stuff being broken. So you have that level. I would like to see it up here somewhere in this space. You know, somewhere, get up here. Show me you're ready to make that turn. Show me. Also show me the 250 price. I'm pretty sure somebody's going to have to correct me wrong if I'm wrong. Show me that you can go above the IPO price. So here's 250. So here's a couple of things I want to look at. And you can see how it struggled right there, right? That's going to be a huge level of resistance because people that got in at the IPO price, they sitting on a loss and they might have second thoughts. And as soon as it hits it and they can get out break even, they done. All right, I'm out. I'm done with Coinbase. So that's going to be some resistance. So we could see it get above that. That's a huge improvement. That's a huge, okay. All right, you got something in the tank, right? So, yeah, that level. And then also that's going to be, I'm trying to think, see, we got these lower highs and it still didn't do. I guess here might be kind of a higher high if you compare it with that. So we got a higher low. What am I looking at, the 4 hour? Okay, that's too low. I'm sorry, I got to change this. Change it. Yeah, I just don't see it. So when you see when I change to a daily, we still got lower lows and lower highs. And right here, let me clear all this out again. You can see that, right? Down, up, down, up, down, up, and it looks like it wants to take another leg down right now. Right, this bar is even lower than that, so I'm just not liking it, man. Not feeling it. I think this level, though, now that we had this hard down day on Friday, that level right there, I'll pull up. Let's go back to the 4 hour. Right there, maybe if we can get above that, maybe that's a good entry, and then you can use this low, whatever low it makes here somewhere, to get out. So, yeah, look at the slow stock. Yeah, just, I don't know, man. I don't like Coinbase. I don't like it. Don't like it. All right, so let's move on, man. Let's move on. IYT, transportation. Let's look at the weekly. It's bullish. Still looking good. You can see these little downturns. It looks like it's just putting another one in. Right? Let me just draw it right now. Just trying to, just kind of like, right? It's just doing its thing. Downturns are never long. Looking at this weekly here. It's another one. Just give it 3 weeks, right? We had a 2-week sell-off, and we had a bounce last week. So, you know, looks pretty good. It's all okay. It looks toppy, though. I mean, it's toppy. Let me go to the monthly. This is what I don't like, by the way. I mean, how much could it keep doing that? But it's toppy. Looking at the slow stochastic, trying to make a turn, but this thing has been overbought. Cleared back here. I mean, the last time the stochastic was below 80 was, what is this, July last year. So just because it's up here doesn't mean it's gonna sell off or anything, right? It just means it's toppy. Oh man, but it's bullish. It's still bullish. Can't say nothing about that. Anyway, let's go to the jets. Let's look at the airlines. By the way, I like them. I heard some people thinking that the business was believing that business travel will come back. That's where they make most of their money. But this chart reminds me of Boeing. It's just up, down. It's just stair stepping. It's way up to here. So I think it eventually it will reach. Actually, we're sitting right there at the top of that range. But it's up. These pullbacks that it's been having is meant to be bought. So it's happening. Is that when it's touching my 20? Right. So here's another pullback, and it's starting to kind of head a little higher. I think if this thing was only down point 0.8. If we have a good, successful Memorial Day weekend and no one's right, because a lot of states is open, things is happening this weekend. NASCAR is that tomorrow? I think they're filling up that stadium. If we can have a good, successful Memorial Day weekend and no one really gets sick like that, I think it's gonna allow all these reopening stocks to just kind of continue to march higher. I was long Boeing, and I like everything. It's funny, Boeing just keeps having these. Now they had the Dreamliner, is it the 777? One of them planes had to get on hold, or they're checking something out. I don't think there's really anything there. That for the most part, it's just normal kind of stuff. But we're like, oh my gosh, the only thing we can't have Boeing do. I think Boeing's a buy. This is when you run. If another one of them 737 MAX planes crash, okay, on takeoff, so we don't need that. Oh, that's going to be an ugly day. So please, I hope they can have some kind of track record where they fly in that thing. But man, this is perfect. Look, it's buy time. Buy time right now. Look at the stochastic, right? So I like Boeing. Out of the whole sector, look, I even got that range where it's going. We just talked about the jets. I just like Boeing better. So still in a duopoly. Doesn't matter if they planes suck. I mean, people, we're gonna buy most likely these companies don't want to buy an Airbus. They want to buy an American plane. So that's it, right? Just one or the other. So they're still in a duopoly. They're going to get their mojo back. And it'd probably even be, with everything that went down, they'd probably be better and stronger than ever before. Especially with quality. Because, everybody's been on their ass. So I like Boeing. I think you can scoop. You got to think long term on this one, by the way. Even though you could see we could short term, I think we're going up a little bit, little stair step. But think long term on Boeing, right? Remember, this thing was way up here at 440, right? Just now coming up the crown. We're always going to need planes. Always. We're not travel. It's kind of really, to me, just beginning. The whole travel. I mean, just. Yeah, so I like Boeing. Anyway, so see what happened there. This started with that crash. Notice how it happened right at the breakout. Started to and just. By the way, I remember I did a video on the other Dre Trade channel, and I was like, man, there's a conspiracy going on here, because that plane was. Basically, I was like, why is the stock going down? And it stayed up forever. It took the pandemic to bring it down. I mean, so after all that was going on with the planes and stuff like that, this thing was only down like 10% from its high. Yeah, and it stayed like that for almost a year. I was like, man, what the hell's going on? And then finally, the pandemic brought it down to $89. That was a great price. I wish I was ready for that. I wasn't. This whole crash, I wasn't ready. As they say, have the dry powder ready. It wasn't ready to just be buying, scooping stuff up. I mean, we didn't even know. You think in the end of the world right there. Oh my gosh, everything's gonna be closed forever, right? So I don't know, man. There was a lot of great deals to have had. Amazon, especially some of these kings. Amazon actually didn't even drop that. Yeah, here it is. Wait a minute. This is it right here. Amazon at 1,600. It didn't drop that much. You almost can't see the dip here. Right? You almost can't see it, but it's right there. So I'm telling you, if you blinked, if you was on vacation or something, if you blinked, you missed it. There it is. Can't even see it. By the way, this is ready. This is ready to blast off again. See that sideways, right? Coming into the moving averages. Get ready. It's gonna be another leg higher. Let's go to. I guess I should hurry up because I only got 3 people here. It's probably JRH, my girlfriend, and let me see Cash Man and Jamal possibly. All right, let's go through this real quick. So we talked about the IYJ. Let's talk about the Travel and leisure. It's probably going to look just like the Jets. No, that's actually top. What's going on with my charts? Am I live? Looks like my internet's tanking. I don't know why I can't bring it. Oh, okay. So maybe it's just the PEJ. Anyway, I added that travel and leisure ETF. Look at the Qs. Bullish. All right. Nothing to talk about there. Just, come sell-offs in there, but still heading higher. Just doing its thing. This leg right here looks like we are going to go higher. Let's pull up the semis, the socks. All right. Bullish. It's little consolidation, a little pullback, but it looks like still heading higher. Nothing to talk about there. Broker dealers, bullish. Financials, bullish. By the way, this looks like the best chart since I pulled up. It's just straight up. Not even trying to consolidate, just going up. XLI, industrials, it's bullish. Pull up utilities. Just a little sideways chop. That's a good thing. We don't really want to see these bullish. Like it's just being utilities for the most part. You don't. Yeah. If you see the strong, it's like people are afraid, right? So, and then look at the metals and mining. We talked about U.S. Steel, Cleveland Cliffs, bullish, right? So damn near everything was bullish. What was the weakest one? Y'all remember? Because I don't. The weakest one. It was all looking good. Can't remember the weakest one. Jets wasn't the greatest, even though I think it's going higher. So maybe the airlines. I couldn't pull up the travel and leisure. But if you pull up Expedia, right, consolidating, ready for another leg higher. I like that one. Of course, I like the bookings, but bookings has been, it's just not blowing, man. I'm waiting. The problem is overseas ain't got their shit together with the virus. So once I think that happens, we should see a move that's like happened to Expedia. So I was in the wrong stock. It just keeps having these massive pullbacks once it reaches the top. But bookings makes most of their money overseas, right? They're mostly the Europes and all that, everything going over there, and there's still COVID problems out there. These guys can't get the vaccine fast enough. So, but I think it's gonna do its thing. It's just a little slow. And then of course Airbnb, which I like. It's kind of like open, and I think this is a great price to get in as well. Right, it came all the way back with that. Yeah, it's just a great thing to get in. And you heard from Expedia, you hear from Booking, that vacation rentals is where it's at. On these guys will tell you. So Expedia has the Verbo, Booking. I don't know if they call it a name. I think it's called vacation rentals. That segment is the hottest thing that they got going on, and that's what Airbnb is all about. Airbnb doesn't even have enough people willing to rent their house. They're coming to a problem where we need people to rent. They're trying to give people deals and stuff. They don't have enough inventory. So that's some of the reason why the stock is down. But that segment is where it's at, and hopefully they can straighten that part out, or maybe more people will start just buying homes to fix them up to rent them on Airbnb or whatever. So good price. Look at that price to get in, right? I went in a lot with Open Door, but I'm heavy here too as well, by the way. Not as I could probably get more involved in Airbnb, but I have all of them. So I'm heavy in the Booking, I'm heavy in Expedia, and that whole segment right there. Booking's been letting me down. It's been putting pressure on my portfolio because I was heavy in it, and you can see what happened. It was not really expecting that pullback down to the range again, and it's a little slow to get out of it. So keeping an eye on that one. I had to restructure some of my trades because of this, because holding the options in this one is expensive, right? You definitely have to, even if you got leaps, verticals on, meaning call spreads or whatever, it's expensive. So you could lose $30, $40 a day, and you need it when you're in those leaps. This is going to be another video too. I'm actually going to do a video where I kind of mention the come up people. What is it called? Come up series. Mark Monroe, good guy. I think I'll say I want to keep the video. Just a little teaser, but his strategy, I even put it in the video. It don't work. It only works in an up market. So people got destroyed on this move. Well, I'm looking at this as if it was the market. What is this for? No, this is booking. Put it this way. Basically, if you in the calls, you'll get this will destroy you. You know, calls work in up markets. You know, so I know his thing is buying calls and rolling fours, hold it for you. It only works if it's going up. You will get destroyed. I don't care where you're at in the chain. So I'm a vertical buyer. Anyway, but I got verticals, right? Selling this, buying this, selling this. I was even getting destroyed. You even get destroyed? Not. These options are very expensive, so I had to restructure them into like basically I'm not as aggressive. There we go. as I want to be. So and I'm aggressive on the EXP. I should have really got aggressive on the Expedia, and I really should go ahead and change and just get really aggressive in the Airbnb. So, but it's something I have to think about, and that's what I've been doing kind of lately is doing portfolio tweaks, things like that. Let me get a little bit more aggressive, you know, causing me commissions and slippage. Anyway, so that's it. We went through everything. I still got 3 people left that's hanging in there. I appreciate you. How long is this video? Anybody know? I can't tell. Oh, there it is. 2 hours. Yeah, we did over 2 hours. Yeah, I need to do more of these. I'm going to try to do them every weekend if I could. But thanks everyone for hanging in there. If you're watching this on a replay, I guess if you went this long, you probably like what you're seeing. So go ahead and subscribe. Hit the all that stuff, all the buttons up there. Anyway, and Mr. Jerry H, thanks. Let me see if I didn't miss no comment. Did I look at some? Oh, yeah. You said you're creating your own thing. Yeah, the cybersecurity stocks. I did. You're looking at the CIBR and Bug. By the way, I looked at them. It wasn't Hack. Hack is another one. I don't think I like Hack as much as might be Bug. I like Bug, I think, better. But yeah, this is a place to be. I had some crowd for like a day, some crowd strike. And I got in, so I put on some long-term option spreads or option trades. I don't remember exactly what. And then I just wasn't liking the price action I was seeing. And I know I put on some longer trades. But what I did though, was decide not to trade the options and make a portfolio that consisted some of the major players. And then just kind of buy that on M1. That's what I decided to do. Because, like I said, when you're in these call options, wow, things moving. You need it to kind of run. But you can see what's going on with security today with the Colonial Pipeline. Microsoft just got hit. We can't have the error that we expect without cybersecurity. So these guys, everyone's going to need them. I mean, this is just blowing up this space. This whole space is very important. So, and I do like the ETF way of playing it. This one is one of my favorites. I like the ETF way of playing it because I don't know which one is going to be the winner, but we know the space is going to be the winner. So, I like that. I think if I can't remember, I'm going to have to pull up that. I think I created my own ETF and maybe bought a little CrowdStrike extra. Maybe I'm a little heavier on this one. I can't remember how I played it, but look at that. Look at the monthly on this one, right? I can't remember what do you got? Z Scalar, ZS is one. You got is Okta another one? I don't want to get my stocks wrong. I can't remember. And then okay, PANW, is it Palo Alto Networks? That's real bullish. Look at that bull flag right there. That looks great. I remember these guys were one of the first ones, and it was slow to get out of the box, and then now they're sitting right there, all time highs. Yeah, so these kind of stocks or ETF, if you don't know how to play them, just long term. It's that sector that you could just buy and hold, buy dollar cost average, just keep buying it like a mutual fund. I think we need these guys. None of the future is gonna work. The future plans, none of that stuff. If we don't have these guys around, I can't believe that we paid that whole Colonial Pipeline thing. That's another stuff. I should say that they paid it, but was it really that easy? That's what bothers me, right? They could just do what they, and oh yeah, we're sorry for doing it. You know, we didn't mean to do it like that, but go ahead and still, slide that 13 million our way still, whatever it was, Anyway, wow, that was crazy. Anyway, so you just said CIBR. Let me pull up that one. I don't know if that's it. Did I? Yeah. Okay, First Trust Exchange Traded Fund, 2 NAS. Okay, cyber. Yeah, that one looks real good. That one looks like shoot, Palo Alto Networks. Yeah, see, maybe they heavier in this one. Probably they bigger stock, but I like that one. Out of the ETFs we just brought up, we got Bug. Yeah, they all look the same. Maybe you could pick the whatever, put them all in a chart, decide which one performs a little better. Also consider the expense ratio. Just go with it, or go with the 2. But I'm sure if you have 2, I know you got to be overlapping. This is actually a good sector to where maybe I think you would want to just create your own little ETF in M1. See what these guys are holding, they major players, and just go ahead and create one. Because it's not the whole universe, Anyway, there's the video. I hope you guys like it. Appreciate it. Over 2 hours, man. I like that. I didn't even have to use the bathroom. Anyway, so thanks, Trading JRH. Good luck on your sports trading. Not sports trading. Call it sports betting. Yeah, I suck at it. I usually get down on the football. I know a little bit more about football than anything else. Or I don't do the parlays like you do, the 8-leg, the 9-leg. I know there's this guy in my job, man. He's killing it with the big 8, 9, 10-leg parlays. $2 making $1,200. He's killing it. Anyway, but I'm more the kind of person that takes that sure bet, maybe 2. I'm the kind of person that says, let's say the Lakers are playing. I don't even know who they're playing. Denver? I don't know. Say the Lakers are playing Denver. They the obvious fave. The line is they're going to win by 6 or something like that. I'll take Lakers on the money line and then put big money on it. Because it's like, I know they're going to win. That's the way I've been doing it. And I'm risking a whole bunch to make a little bit, but it's been working. It's almost like a guarantee, Or I might do the money line. I might do the spread, but buy it down a little bit, or put a couple of short things on there, and then buy it down. Buy down the lines a little bit, and then do it that way. I just kind of try to do that. It's been working. I think I got a couple. And what's my trading at? What do I use? DraftKings. I think I got $200-$300 sitting in there right now, just waiting for my next trade. And every time they send me one of those, we're gonna place this trade, free money. I take it. I'll go ahead and do do it. Generally, I be winning on those. All right. Thanks, GRH. Appreciate you, and everyone. Paul. I don't remember saying your name before, Paul. But subscribe, hit the bell. Jamal, Cashmatic, jewelry box. I'm just going backwards. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone. And hopefully I didn't miss anyone's comment or question. That would suck. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. I'm going to go. I see y'all. Peace. Until tomorrow. I'm going to try to drop a video tomorrow and Monday and Tuesday. Whatever. All right. I'll talk to y'all later.